See, today's topic is article of association. Every company needs a set of rules and regulation to manage its internal affairs. There are two important business documents of a company, namely Memorandum of Association and Article of Association. The Article of Association specifies the internal regulation of the company. The AOA contains the bylaws of a company. Therefore, the director and other members must perform their function as regards the management of the company, its account, and audit in accordance with the AOA. Importance of Article of Association. Binding on member in their relation to the company. The member are bound to the company by the provision of the article just as much as if they had all put their seal to them. Binding on company in relation to its member just as members are bound to the company. Neither company nor member bound to outsider article bind the member to the company and company to the member, but neither of them is bound to an outsider to give effect to the article. Binding between members. Inter se the article define rights and liability of the member has between member inter se. The article constitute a contract between them and are also binding on each member as against the other or other. Such contracts can be enforced only through the medium of the company. Content of Article of Association. According to Section 5, the Company Act 2013, the AOA must have the following content: directors, general meetings, accounting and auditing, shareholders, lien of shares, voting rights, transfer and transmissions of shares, forfeiture and surrender of shares, dividends and reserves, issuing share warrant, alteration of capital, winding up. Doctrine of constructive notice. The memorandum and article of association of every company are registered with the registrar of company. The office of the registrar is a public office and consequently the memorandum and the article become public document. They are open and accessible to all. It is therefore the duty of every person dealing with a company to inspect its public document and make sure that its contract is in conformity with their provision. But whether a company actually read them or not, he is to be in the same position as if he had read them. He will be presumed to know the content of those documents. Another effect of this rule is that a person dealing with the company is taken not only to have read those documents but have understood them according to their proper meaning. He is presumed to have understood not merely the company's power but also those of his officers. Further, there is a constructive notice not merely of the memorandum and article but also of the documents, such as special resolution, particular of charges which are required by the Act to be registered with the registrar. But there is no notice of documents which are filled only for the sake of records, such as returns and accounts. According to Palmer, the principle applies only to the documents which affect the power of the company. Thank you.